Hello, this is Alana Brown at Inside Out Therapy, and this is the third video in my series on supplements for mood and mental well-being. So the next two that I'd like to talk about are a super green supplement. I love super green supplements because they are so bioavailable and they're extremely nutrient dense. I like to think of them as a high-powered multivitamin. They're made up oftentimes of a variety of grasses and greens. Many of them are sea vegetables like chlorella, spirulina, wheatgrass, blue-green algae, and a lot of times there are things that we don't typically get in our diet, like bee pollen, which is just very beneficial for the body. And when taken over a long period of time, they're absolutely going to increase your energy levels and your mood. But they are also available nutrients that the body can begin breaking down and assimilating almost immediately. There are a number of different products that are available out there. I really like Amazing Grass brand, and that's mostly because it tastes better. I like to buy it in chocolate form, and what I'll do is I will mix it with some coconut milk or almond milk and some fruit. So you don't want to be using dairy, and you don't want to be using soy milk. Coconut milk is a very, very good product. Coconut has a lot of beneficial activities on the body as well, and almond is very fortifying and has a lot of beneficial activities. There's a lot of dispute about soy, so unless you're very clear that soy is something that you want and need, it might be a good idea to avoid it altogether. And then you can mix it in with fruit. I keep fresh fruit and frozen fruit on hand at all times. I like to mix it with berries, like blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. Sometimes I'll mix it with a banana or any number of different things. And if I don't have those things on hand, then I just drink it like that. Now, I have to admit that I will add a sweetener to it. Your sweetener should be natural. So opt for honey, molasses, or maple syrup. Those are your best. If you can get your honey, you want to get it raw and local. If you have it accessible to you, that is the best form. There's a lot of discussion about the benefits of raw local honey, particularly on the immunity, which is one of the first systems to start to go awry when you have prolonged periods of stress and anxiety. So anything that you can do to boost the immune system is going to be beneficial. Now, not everybody likes the taste of green food supplements, and that's understandable. So when you go to the store, you will find that they have sample packets that you can buy, individual servings. So buy those first before you buy a big, huge container, and make sure that you actually will drink the product when you get it. That's why I like to get chocolate, because I don't have any problem drinking it. And also keep in mind that your taste buds are going to change. If you drink it, then over time you may actually come to crave it and really, really like it. My son, for example, will drink green food smoothies on a daily basis, which makes me very happy because I know how powerful it is in boosting his growing process. But you don't have to necessarily put the whole scoop in. You can put a half of the scoop if it's too strong of a flavor, or you could just put a quarter of a scoop in as well. The next supplement is a BComplex. Now, I really prefer that you get your BComplex in a food-based form, which means that when you pick up the bottle, it should say BComplex, and right underneath it, it says food-based. And when you flip the bottle around, you'll have your RDA percentages on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side will be a listing of different foods that you can eat that contain BComplex. So you should see things like beets and such that you recognize, as opposed to chemical chains listed on the product. And this is, again, because of a bioavailability issue. It's something that your body will be able to recognize and it will be able to absorb. My philosophy on food-based nutrients is that human beings have been evolving on this planet for as long as you think human beings have been evolving on the planet, millennia. Alongside plants, we have a relationship, we have developed together. And so when our bodies take in these food-based nutrients and supplements, it knows exactly what to do with them. But when we take in the chemicals that have only been around for, in some cases, 5 years, or maybe a little bit longer, our bodies don't know what to do with it. And it may or may not be processing it. With BComplex, this is especially easy to identify because if your body is not absorbing the nutrients, your urine will be a pretty significant yellow color. So your body shouldn't be doing that. A little bit more of a note on why BComplex is important. When your body's going through a stress process, it's one of the main things that it needs in order to function correctly, in order to respond correctly and clearly to a situation. Now, we don't store it. It's a water-based, water-soluble nutrient, so it's not stored in the body in the same sorts of ways that a fat-soluble supplement would be. So if you didn't eat the sorts of things that contain B vitamins would be whole grains and beans and green supplements like kale and collards, these leafy greens, dark leafy greens. If you didn't eat those within the past 24 hours, then you may or may not have those Bs on hand to deal with the process that your body's going through in a stress situation. So I think BComplex is extraordinarily effective for helping people who are undergoing acute crises with a stress or trauma. The other supplements, I think, are really, really good for you to take every single day until the day that you die. Just a really, really good routine all around. BComplex you can certainly take on a daily basis, but you don't necessarily need to take it on a regular basis. It's one of those things that I think is really good to have on hand for when something big is going on in your life and you need a little bit more of a boost than you have right now, and you don't necessarily want to take as many supplements. That's a good one to come off and on with. So in the next video, what I want to do is I want to really take a good look at probiotics, which is a very, very important long-term resource for your body for managing mood. This resource is so powerful that everybody is paying attention to it right now. Tons of research is coming out showing the benefit of probiotics and the building of beneficial bacteria and its effect on mood. And so I'd like to reserve that for another video at another time and really look at how that system works in depth. Thank you for taking the time to listen.